launches since last week. North Korea fired the missiles from an area near its capital, Pyongyang. South Korea has also confirmed the launch of missiles by North Korea. Both missiles travelled about 400 kilometers before landing in waters off the Korean peninsula's eastern coast. The South Korean Joint Chiefs of Staff has condemned North Korea's missile launches. The launch came after US Navy's nuclear-powered submarine USS Annapolis arrived at a port in South Korea. The US submarine arrival in South Korea shows the
Prime Minister Modi puts focus on commitment to national interest. Does using the word India imply national interest? Prime Minister on the front foot ahead of 2024. Arnab debates at 9 p.m.
The situation in Manipur is complex. It is far from normal. There is a parallel insurgency problem. New videos appear daily that display the barbarity that is underway. The Chief Minister has failed. And I also said the only thing that can solve the present situation is an expression of unity externally and internally. The government of India is ready for a discussion on what appears to be a great pressing matter of national security. Let a debate happen. But I have never heard of a situation where you don't let a debate happen and block Parliament to not have a debate. But when the pro-Khalistani elements tried to bring down the tricolour in the Red Fort, when the consequences became too dangerous to own up for, that is when they do not want to speak a word. If you do not understand the complexities of the Northeast, then enter into a debate on it. Let there be a demand for a proper debate, not just on Manipur, but the entire Northeastern Parliament, and let that be a debate that continues till we find some kind of an intellectual resolution. But do not play with the sentiments of the people of the Northeast. Do not play with the national security. These are complex issues. They require deep and immediate solutions.
From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Arnab Goswami on The Debate at 9. Presented by Amity University. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group. The new Kia Seltos, Century Ply, Epson Eco Tank Printers and Motorola Razr 40 Ultra. Co-powered by Serra and Maersk.
Good evening and welcome. They want us to call them India. They say they are India. They claim to be India. They want to be referred to as India. They say they are India. And we say they are not. They are a political formation. They are I.N.D.I.A. And I say tonight that I completely agree with the Prime Minister when he says, simply by claiming to be India, you don't become India. India is India. I.N.D.I.A. I.N.D.I.A. is not India. It is I.D.N.I.A. Ladies and gentlemen, if the opposition parties claim to be India, then do they say that they in their entirety represent Indianness? Are they ready for a litmus test, I say, on issues of national security and internal security? Are they ready for us to put them to the test? In that case, I shall ask, what was their position about the Indian Mujahideen? The Prime Minister said today that merely adding the name India or punning on I.N.D.I.A. does not make you India. And he pointed out rightly that the East India Company had also used India in their name. Even the Indian Mujahideen used the phrase India. Even the terrorist organization PFI called itself the Popular Front of India. We don't go by a name. We shall go by intent. We shall not go by claim. We shall go by actions. We shall not go by promise, for we shall go by precedent. And on the very axis of precedent, a question will be asked, ladies and gentlemen. What was the position of the leaders who are now part of the I.N.D.I.A on Simi? What was their position on Simi? Is it true, ladies and gentlemen, that it took the Congress party 509 deaths and 10 bomb blasts across several Indian cities to finally list the Indian Mujahideen as a terror organization? And I then ask furthermore from there, that if you cannot, and I repeat, if you cannot and will not take a position on issues of terrorism, then how do you claim, by virtue of catching on to an acronym in the name of a political party or a front, call yourself the country itself? Ladies and gentlemen, Salman Khurshid of the Congress had moved the Supreme Court and pressed for lifting the ban on Simi ahead of the 2007 Uttar Pradesh elections. Therefore, by consequence, we shall ask that if it was politically convenient for you in 2007 to be advocates of a terrorist organization, then how do you come before the country 16 years later and claim to be the country itself? If you claim to be the country itself, you should also by your actions prove that you have always put national interest first. Ladies and gentlemen, did those who are part of the I.N.D.I.A alliance once demand a ban on the Popular Front of India? Ladies and gentlemen, did the CPM State Secretary Kodiyeri Balakrishnan not say as recently as April 2022 that it is not practical to ban the PFI? Was it not practical to ban the PFI? Or was it politically inconvenient for the CPM to ban the PFI? Ladies and gentlemen, in fact, after the PFI was banned at the center, the Congress wanted to equate the PFI with the Bajrang Dal, and Siddaramaiah led the Congress government into dropping 175 cases against PFI members. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, the question is not just relevant, but important. And that is the question I am putting to the test tonight. The Prime Minister says, just by adding or using an acronym does not make you the country. Let's put those who claim to be the country to the test of national interest. And let's see where they stand. That's debate number one tonight, viewers. Debate number one. I.N.D.I.A. Have they been committed to national interest? Debate number two tonight. The government says, yes, we are ready, and we are ready under the clause 267, which you want, to have a full and fledged debate in Parliament on the issue of Manipur. Will the opposition debate or disrupt? Debate number two, and here are the headlines this Tuesday evening on the debate tonight. Prime Minister on the front foot makes it clear that the acronym I.N.D.I.A does not mean that the opposition represents nation. By citing the East India Company, the Indian Mujahideen and the PFI, the Prime Minister puts the focus back on national interest and national commitment.
आज दोनों सदन के विपक्ष के नेता को पत्र लिखा है। कितनी लंबी चर्चा के लिए मैं तैयार हूं। सरकार को कोई डर नहीं है। चर्चा जिसको करनी है मणिपुर पर।
Government agrees for a long debate on Manipur, but the opposition continues to disrupt proceedings in Parliament. With slogans, placards and protests, opposition shifts goalposts every session to disrupt Parliament.
Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh, which you just alluded to. Government is ready for a discussion. हम देश भर के अलग-अलग इलाकों में देखिए गंभीर समस्या है, संवेदनशील विषय और सरकार इसके लिए तैयार है.
Congress ducks the government challenge for a short debate on law and order in Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. And a month after his mysterious disappearance, Chinese foreign minister is sacked to make way for Wang Yi. And ladies and gentlemen, the Prime Minister has in a BJP parliamentary party meeting said that merely adding the name India does not indicate a commitment to national interest. The Prime Minister gave examples of the East India Company and the Indian Mujahideen. The writing on the wall is clear. The Prime Minister is on the front foot. Let's debate.
At 9:30 a.m., Prime Minister Modi addressed 301 BJP MPs, and for the first time, he made scathing remarks on the newly branded opposition alliance.
Speaking to BJP's parliamentarians, Prime Minister said that just adding the name India does not make it so. The East India Company had it, the Popular Front of India had it, as also the Indian Mujahideen. This opposition is essentially directionless, is what the Prime Minister wanted to tell his party's MPs.
बार-बार विरोध करना, वो मान चुके हैं कि उन्हें सत्ता में नहीं आना, और उन्होंने एक बहुत बड़ी टिप्पणी की कि इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस एक अंग्रेज ने बनाया था, ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी भी अंग्रेजों ने बनाया था। आजकल लोग इंडियन मुजाहिदीन भी नाम रखते हैं, इंडियन पीपल्स फ्रंट भी नाम रखते हैं, तो चेहरे पे चेहरे लिखाते हैं, सच्चाई कुछ और है।
With this statement, Prime Minister has challenged the opposition alliance I.N.D.I.A on national interest commitment. So where does the opposition stand on issues of national interest? When Bharat Tere Tukde Honge slogans were raised on JNU campus, Vadra Congress landed on JNU campus in support of those who allegedly raised the slogans. In Shaheen Bagh, that gave platform to Jinnah Wali Azadi slogans. The same platform saw Congress leaders joining the protest. Parties part of the alliance gave a clean chit to Pakistan on Pulwama attack.
Questions must be asked as to who provided the kilograms of RDX, the Mi-4 carbines and rocket launchers to the homegrown so-called terrorists.
And also sought sabut on the Balakot airstrike.
What did we really attack? Did we really kill 300 people? I don't know that. And if I ask, it is my duty to ask. We need to know the facts. If you say 300 people were killed, I need to know that.
And the same opposition vehemently opposed abrogation of Article 370.
आग के साथ मत खेलिए, अगर आपने ऐसा किया इसके नताइज इतने खतरनाक होंगे जितना आपने 1947 से लेके आज तक कभी जो नहीं देखा है वो देखने को मिलेगा। क्योंकि अगर इस पे अटैक होता है तो मुझे नहीं मालूम कि जम्मू कश्मीर के लोग तिरंगे को छोड़ के कौन सा झंडा उठाने के लिए मजबूर हो जाएंगे।
The opposition claims it has an edge.
Mr. Modi and the BJP are rattled, completely rattled after they've heard the name I.N.D.I.A. Jeetega Bharat. They are in reactive mode. They have no good response. That's why he's coming up with all these crazy explanations.
But Prime Minister clearly is on the front foot. Can the opposition counter Prime Minister Modi over issues of national interest? Let's debate.
On the debate this evening, Shehzad Poonawalla, R. Gajagopalan, senior journalist, Shehzad of the BJP, Shubhrashta, columnist and author. To my left, senior leader of the Congress Party, Acharya Pramod Krishnan. We have with us Satyaprakash Mishra, leader of the JDU and convener of the Nitish Vichar Manch Mission 2024. And we have Priyanka Kakkar, national spokesperson of the I.N.D.I.A party. And the only guest outside the studio is the national spokesperson of the TMC, Biswajit Deb. I start with you, Mr. Deb, because you have the disadvantage of being the only guest outside. The Prime Minister says merely by calling yourself I.N.D.I.A does not make you India. The East India Company also had India in its name. The Popular Front of India also had India in its name. The Indian Mujahideen also had India in its name. It did not really make them popular. Biswajit Deb, please start the debate, sir.
Desperation grips Mr. Narendra Modi as Manipur crisis spirals out of control. He has understood that he is a total failure so far as the Manipur crisis is concerned, and so his government and so the government of Manipur. Now, out of this frustration and desperation, he is just making such remarks against a political alliance. Is this expected in a democratic country? Do we expect this from a Prime Minister of a democratic country, that he is comparing a political alliance with a terrorist group? He is afraid. He is afraid of I.N.D.I.A. He knows that jeetega I.N.D.I.A. and N.D.A. will lose. He has understood that. And that is why he is making some such deplorable tactics and deplorable comments, which is not expected.
Has he, Mr. Rajagopalan, in your view, has he compared, Mr. Deb says that he has compared a political party to a terrorist group. Has he compared a terrorist group to a political party? Has he said that any political party or a political front is a terrorist group? Has he actually said that, Mr. Rajagopalan, please?
Not like that. Mr. Dev is absolutely wrong. He has compared it with I.N.D.I. Arnab, now they changed the name also. IJB, Jeetega in India. IJB, India Jeetega Bharat. They have reduced it to, after Mr. Narendra Modi's speech, they have done it IJB. So therefore opposition gone to toss. There is no opposition in India. 2024, this India I.N.D.I. IJB will be totally decimated.
मैंने सोचा, I thought, आचार्य प्रमोद कृष्णन जी, क्योंकि आप हमारे साथ हैं, you're with us. I was thinking this morning, and I thought कि the only test of I.N.D.I.A की ये कहा जा रहा है कि आप ही इंडिया हैं, हम भारत हैं. पहले तो इसमें there is a lot of arrogance in this statement. हम भारत हैं. We are the country, not that you represent national values. You are saying you are India. We are saying you are not India. You are I.N.D.I.A. Now, tell me, if you are India, what is your position on issues of terrorism? Is it true or not that you were soft towards the Indian Mujahideen? आप कांग्रेस से हैं और कांग्रेस के नेता बहुत सॉफ्ट थे टेररिस्ट ग्रुप की तरफ towards Indian Mujahideen. बाटला हाउस के टाइम पे सोनिया गांधी was weeping for the terrorists. और आज आप आके कह रहे हैं हम भारत हैं. आप भारत नहीं हैं आचार्य प्रमोद कृष्णन जी. ये कहीं आपको उल्टा ना पड़ जाए. I feel this is going to have a negative impact on you. My hashtag tonight is can't hijack India. You can't hijack the country, Acharya Pramod Krishnan. Try as you must. Try as you may. But this country cannot be owned by you. There is a significant amount of arrogance in your calling yourself India. मेरा एडवाइस है आपको कि आप इस पे पनिंग बंद करें. You should stop punning on it. Do you agree? The more you try and use the India word, the more the anger is among the people of this country. Acharya Pramod Krishnan, your response to that, please, and then we'll take it forward.
देखिए अर्णब, इंडिया की स्पेलिंग है I.N.D.I.A. सवाल है कांग्रेस के किस नेता ने कहा कि इंडिया जो हमारा अलायंस बन रहा है उसको आप भारत मान लीजिएगा? कहीं है स्टेटमेंट किसी का?
आप अपने आप को डे एंड नाइट इंडिया बुला रहे हैं.
एक सेकेंड, सवाल उठता है कि इंडिया से प्रॉब्लम किसको हुई? सबसे ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम तो बीजेपी को हुई, सरकार को हुई. और सरकार
आप इंडिया क्यों कह रहे हैं? आप बोलिए I.N.D.I.
आप कैसे बोले? आप कैसे ले? हमारे यहाँ तुलसीदास जी ने लिखा, जाकी रही भावना जैसी प्रभु मुहूर्त देखी तिन तैसी. हमने तो नहीं कहा ये. आप उसको
आप कहे जा रहे हैं, आप ट्वीट कर रहे हैं, आप हर दिन हर वक्त कह रहे हैं, आप अपने आप को इंडिया कह रहे हैं.
क्या मुझे बताएं, आज देश के प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जिस तरह से बोला है, क्या वो ठीक लगता है?
क्या आप क्या पहले ये बताइए आचार्य प्रमोद कृष्णन जी, आप टेलीविजन पर लाइव हैं, आप बताइए मुझे कि आप क्यों यू टर्न कर रहे हैं जब आपके पार्टी के नेता और आपके पार्टी के नेता के मीडिया विभाग के जितने लोग हैं, 100 लोग डेली कह रहे हैं वी आर इंडिया, इंडिया विल विन, मोदी वर्सेस इंडिया. आप तो इंडिया का यूज कर रहे हैं, प्रचार कर रहे हैं, उपयोग कर रहे हैं, तो कहिए कब का. शहजाद पूनावाला, नहीं, ये कह रहे हैं हम नहीं कर रहे.
नहीं, first of all, they have tweeted that.
आप इनको बताइए directly.
Let me complete now. First of all, I'll tell you, even Ravan.
क्या ट्वीट किया?
उन्होंने कहा कि भारत जुड़ेगा और I.N.D.I.A ऑफिशियल हैंडल से, और सुप्रिया श्रीनेत ने भी और बाकी के तमाम नेताओं ने भी ये कहा कि हम इंडिया है. इंदिरा इज इंडिया वाली मानसिकता है. यू रिमेंबर इंडिया इज इंदिरा. नाउ दे आर सेइंग दैट अलायंस इज इंडिया. So this is their mansikta. Secondly, by putting label on a product, the product doesn't become that. For instance, if I say a donkey is a horse, will it start running like a horse? I'm not calling anybody donkey. If I start saying that these people are a sadhu, if you're Ravan, you will be a Ravan. You will not become a sadhu. But let me tell you what is the test. Not naam, but niyat. And the niyat, Arnab here, specimen 1, Lalu and Mulayam batted for Simi when it was banned by Supreme Court. The Supreme Court banned Students Islamic Movement of India. Were they working in favor of India? Secondly, Samajwadi Party releases manifesto, says Muslim terrorists will be released. Congress leader Aslam Sheikh, who was a minister, Arnab, in Mumbai, had written a letter to save Yaqub Memon. This is their
right now I have a tweet. Right now I have a tweet from Amit Shah.
26/11 was blamed.
ये issue सबसे बड़ा हो रहा है.
26/11 was blamed on India, not on Pakistan. They questioned surgical strikes, Balakot, one second. And one last point. Arnab, just one last point.
Your last one.
Just last one. No, it will end now. Arnab, let's forget everything else. On 370, we have abrogated it. Aam Aadmi Party, in fact, has supported us on the abrogation. If they are for India, they should tell us.
I think this has become.
Are they against?
I think first of all, I just like to talk to the viewers. I just like to say this. I just like to say this that Rajagopalan ji, I just want to say that ये बहुत serious issue हो चुका है. 5 minutes back, I've just been told by my news desk. I have been told right now, Subrashta and Priyanka, that Amit Shah has also tweeted on this, and the government is actually taking offense to the use of the word India repeatedly by the opposition. And Amit Shah has said that merely changing their name to I.N.D.I.A will not erase the past deeds from their public memory. The people of the country are wise enough to see through the propaganda and will treat this old product with a new label with the same disapproval. Yogi Adityanath has also says that it is India versus I.N.D.I.A. Just now, Yogi Adityanath has tweeted. I think.
Doubt. I doubt A.
No, Priyanka Kakkar, tell me, you are all serious political parties. When you want to use the name of a country, do you take the approval of the people of the country? I'm saying this to you, please, because a serious question. You can have, a political party can have a flag and a symbol. You cannot take my tricolor. You don't own it. You don't own the name of my party. You don't own national insignia. You will be prohibited from using it. I think if I open up the lines now, people are getting angry. I think you should change the name. It is in your best interest. It's becoming. No. But I think it may boomerang on you.
Only 60 seconds uninterrupted. See, why the BJP is having such an objection is very clear. In their Bharatiya Janata Party, Manipur is not part of the Bharatiya Janata Party.
The name.
Yes. In India, it's an acronym for Indian National Development.
You're not sure of the name?
No. It's okay. It's all right.
I don't even know the name.
1 minute. It's okay. Let me finish.
They don't know the full form.
Are you done? Shehzad Mujahideen. Can you please let me finish? Shehzad Mujahideen.
But Batla, who questioned?
Listen, Shehzad Mujahideen. Why? You have a problem.
1 minute.
Shehzad Mujahideen है. उनको बुरा नहीं लग रहा, आपको क्यों लग रहा है? उनको बुरा नहीं लग रहा. Shehzad Mujahideen.
No, how did she call me Mujahideen? Are you allowed?
Am I questioning anything for the Prime Minister?
Okay, I say this. No. Priyanka Kakkar. Let me say this.
इनको इतना बुरा लग गया, ऐसे ही हमें बुरा लग रहा है कि आप हमें टेररिस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से कंपेयर कर रहे हैं. Our vote share. Your Pulwama Satyapal Malik ji complained. Your Bharatiya Janata Party for 52 years you did hoist the national flag. Arnab, you did hoist our national flag. You had such a problem. You were half-pant. That is not even the Indian dress. You half-pant party.
I need to come into the... Priyanka, allow me. Please, I'm anchoring the program till now. I am completely aware, viewers, that there has been a history of acrimony between my distinguished guests, Shehzad Poonawalla and Priyanka. One minute. But having said that,
why can't he let me speak?
But having said that, but having said that, you should not call him Mujahideen.
ये anti-India party है.
Who questioned surgical
Why
strike?
don't you
Who
question?
questioned White House?
Satyapal Malik ji said
Who questioned
the
White House?
Pulwama attacks
questioned
were
surgical strike?
orchestrated by this Bharatiya Janata Party. This Brij Bhushan Janata Party has 83 MPs and
Don't speak over each other now. Come on, Shehzad, be a sport. Now my question is,
Bangaru Lakshman ka party Raksha सौदे में नहीं.
I want to now Priyanka. Now this is Priyanka. Let me. 1 minute. Now can you be quiet? Priyanka, listen to me.
You will interrupt them so much.
No, I'm interrupting you. No, once I'm asking you because I'm asking you. I am 1 minute. Rajagopalan. Satyaprakash ji is a student of history and political science. We go back a long way, and I know he'll agree with me. I know Nitish is not happy with the name, and I asked my contacts. I asked मेरे सूत्रों को मैंने पूछा कि why is Nitish not happy with the name? They said because he's a serious politician. I said that what is he unhappy about? And this is what I was told. He said that Nitish knows that a cosmetic change of nomenclature ये उल्टा पड़ जाता है. See, Satyavijay ji, Congress led the UPA alliance from 2004 to 2014. आपने नाम में आपने कहा यूनाइटेड प्रोग्रेसिव अलायंस. सत्यप्रकाश जी, यूनाइटेड प्रोग्रेसिव अलायंस. शुभराष्ट्र जी, ये यूनाइटेड कहाँ थी? Was it a united alliance? Wasn't 1 minute, Rajagopalan ji, wasn't it? Only thing that was united was the fact that they were united with Pakistan. I'm telling you, 2009 Satyaprakash ji, only unity Pakistan के साथ थी. मनमोहन सिंह और वो कौन थे? यूसुफ राजा गिलानी शर्मल शेख में जाके उन्होंने कहा that we are absolutely going to work together till the end of eternity. That was the unity. Where was the unity? Mahavikas Aghadi. Where is the Mahavikas Aghadi? Where is the unity in that Mahavikas Aghadi? My people called it the Mahavasuli Aghadi. Aapko pata hai Parambir and Waze and all what happened under that. My question is, even in Bihar, you have a Mahagathbandhan in 2015. Then again 2022. Who was the Mahagathbandhan really with? You tell me today. Was it a Mahagathbandhan with Shahabuddin, the jailed gangster? Was it a Mahagathbandhan with Lalu Prasad operating on Shahabuddin's instructions? Tape तो हमने दिखाई थी रिपब्लिक में. महागठबंधन किसके साथ थी? तो मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि ये नेम चेंज से कुछ नहीं होता है. I want your response to it, and Prime Minister is on the front foot with you.
You have raised several questions within your interpretation of this India or Mahagathbandhan, right. And you have raised a doubt over the wish of Nitish Kumar ji. Nitish Kumar ji himself came before media and clarified everything, so we should
much
stop
later,
on
much later.
No, very second day he clarified, and he asked even Sushil Modi वहाँ थे क्या? पता है?
Is he happy with the Indian name? वो खुश है Indian name.
He clarified that.
He likes the Indian name. आप पसंद करते हैं?
बिल्कुल करते हैं.
आप क्यों नहीं करते?
आप पसंद करते हैं?
एक मिनट रुकिए. We all like India name.
No. First of all, it's not India. I.N.D.I.A.
We all like name India, whether it is the name of the nation, whether it is.
But the Prime Minister said even Indian Mujahideen like the name
fine,
India.
There is a Constitution of India. There is a Government of India.
There was also Popular Front of India.
If you now and then intervene, let me complete. If there is so much pain in the stomach of the Mr. Prime Minister of India, then he should be called Prime Minister of only. India, suppose it is acronym and it reflects our unity for India. BJP today do not represent what India stands for since its independence. So he has so much pain, stomach pain, headache and everything that he spare huge amount of time abusing India today. No, if anybody in this nation name its organization, suppose they are of the political forum like Nitish Kumar ji in last 40 years, who they claim and compare with terrorist organization? Nitish Kumar, Mamata Banerjee, Sharad Pawar, Stalin, Arvind Kejriwal, everyone in their 26 party.
What kind of prime minister he is that he is leveling opposition? Hold on. I never interfered. I never interfered. I never interfered. I never interfered. Hold on.
10 seconds you give him after that. After 10 seconds. After 10 seconds.
Hold on.
Give him 10 seconds. I give him 10 seconds. Give him the 10 seconds. I give him 10 seconds. Priyanka, give him the 10 seconds. I've given him.
I've given him.
I give him the statement. I have given the 10 seconds. You cannot intervene when I have given the 10 seconds. 1 second, please continue.
I'm coming to one point. That acronym India is giving pain to BJP because Prime Minister does know very well. This India is gonna win because it is not united on basis of joblessness, constitutional framework, high inflation rate, and the credibility of India that India has been standing for its secular character. That is the reason. No. We have.
What the problem is?
We have everywhere. The lenses. Let
me get in Subrashta also into the debate.
I am very much happy that everyone from the BJP has.
Can I? Let me allow.
Genuine or fake?
Why don't you say something?
Why is Bartla genuine or fake?
Why don't you say something on Manipur? You don't have guts to say.
We are having a discussion. What say? We are having discussion. Come to Parliament. Tomorrow come to Parliament.
But come to Parliament.
You have the guts to discuss in Parliament.
Supreme Court of India called
official Stepney's
I don't debate like that. You have a huge experience of indiscipline. I don't have. I have not come from that kind of. I have never come from that.
What did you call? Okay, no, this is not the way. Now I will have to intervene.
What do you say about Article 21? The government of India has stripped everyone from right to food.
I have to intervene.
And now you are talking about Article 370 because you have no moral.
Can you let me anchor the program? Thank you.
I am here ready to discuss.
Satya Prakash ji, you see there are other dangers which I believe as a good citizen of this country you should also be conscious about. There is a short term and there's a medium term and the long term. No, he's an aggressive spokesperson, let it be now. My point is, Subrashta, I'm thinking, how will I write a headline?
You're allowed to interrupt.
How will I write a headline? No, 1 minute. No. How will I write a headline? And I shall go to my news editor and when they will fight in the future. For it is a reality about all political alliances. You have been fights within N.D.A. There will be fights within UPA. There will be fights within I.N.D.I.A. And then I'm thinking, what will I tell my news editor, ladies and gentlemen? If my news editor writes divisions within India over 370. No. Will I write? No. Now they say we are India.
Bharat unified
in the future.
In the future. Bharat unified with Mukhtar Ansari. That is what
in the future, Subrashta, how will I write my headline when they will fight over 370? When they will fight over urban Naxals? When these issues can't be put under the carpet all the time. Will I write difference? Will I say differences within India? I will not say. So I'm saying to them, save me the embarrassment. अभी name change कर लीजिए. आप अपने आप को कुछ और बुला लीजिए. आप I.N.D. क्योंकि I cannot allow your differences. आपके differences देश के differences नहीं हैं.
पूरा थोड़ी लग रहा है मुख्तार अंसारी भारतीय जनता पार्टी में तो.
Subrashta, after that, right? Coming straight. After that, coming straight. Subrashta.
Arnab, I don't understand. Why do we keep going back to the same question? Please understand that when Rahul Gandhi started the Bharat Jodo Yatra, it came from a sense of arrogance. So this entire nomenclature on I.N.D.I.A. comes from that sense of arrogance. Why do we keep going back to the entire conversation?
Can you explain this arrogance a little bit?
Yes, I will explain the arrogance.
Priyanka will respond to you. Priyanka, purely on the point of arrogance, I want Priyanka to debate with Subrashta. I will make it to Priyanka and then I'll let you respond.
To assume that one political leader who could not manage his own turf in Amethi will set out on a yatra to unify an already united country comes from a sense of entitlement and arrogance. It comes from a sense of entitlement in the sense that it is assumed that Rahul Gandhi knows India more than anybody else in this country. And that all problems in India would just disappear just because Rahul Gandhi goes out on a yatra. Once that yatra became a flop show, then they came up with this new nomenclature of India. And let me tell you, they assumed that they looked down upon Bharat and assumed that nobody is going to see through this farce of India. They cannot obliterate the fact that each one of the alliance partners that they have in this sham of a name, when I say I don't mean India, I mean I.N.D.I, etc., etc.
See, that's also the problem. You can't even criticize them. By calling themselves India, they're above criticism, above reporting, above divisions. You should not, I request you.
But
please don't do this. Please don't claim to be the country. Pramod Krishnan ji, what are you doing? You see, ये 1 मिनट के मजे के लिए आप देश को नीचा दिखा रहे हैं. आपको ऐसा नहीं, आपको लग रहा है बहुत ही इंटेलिजेंट फ्रेमिंग की है. But you are running down the country. Your problems are not the country's problems. और आप मुझे आचार्य प्रमोद कृष्णन जी, sorry to interrupt you, Subrashta, I am challenging all of them, including Acharya Pramod Krishnan and Biswajit Deb, all senior people. Prove to me tonight that every position of yours is in national interest, and I shall say I have no objections. आप prove कीजिए. मैं कह रहा हूं आप proof. नहीं, I don't need this, please. You can keep this with you. My question is, no, you don't keep these things. I'm saying, Acharya Pramod Krishnan, prove to me. Prove to me now and here that everything that you have done in the past is in national interest. You prove to me now, I shall take back my words. Prove to me, Acharya Pramod Krishnan. Biswajit Deb wants to know. Let Acharya Pramod Krishnan go first. Prove to me. हो जाए. Prove to me.
अर्णव,
सर prove to me. नहीं, prove कीजिए आचार्य.
एक बार बीजेपी से कहिए वो प्रूव करे कि मणिपुर में दंगा नहीं होगा, मणिपुर में दंगा नहीं हुआ, मणिपुर में शांति कब होगी. ठीक है, वो साबित करें. अर्णव ये साबित करें कि इन्होंने खेलो इंडिया, जागो इंडिया, पेलो इंडिया, झेलो इंडिया, क्या क्या नहीं कहा.
What is Pelo India? What is Pelo India? Why do you say Pelo India?
गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया. सुनिए रिजल्ट. अरे मैंने इंटरप्ट नहीं किया. शहजाद पूनावाला, क्या सारा विपक्ष के नेता इंडियन मुजाहिदीन के लगते हैं आपको? क्या सारा विपक्ष आतंकवादी है? शहजाद पूनावाला, क्या इंडियन मुजाहिदीन का विपक्ष का ताल्लुक इंडियन मुजाहिदीन से है?
When one person said
कोई इंटरप्ट नहीं करता, आप सब इंटरप्ट क्यों करते हैं भाई?
RSS is Muslim Brotherhood.
क्या मतलब है?
Hindu terror? Who said Hindu terror? Today Prime Minister.
You ask him the question.
Today
you ask him the question.
बोलने वाले, Hindu terror बोलने वाले, Hindu terror बोलने वाले, RSS
आचार्य प्रमोद कृष्ण
Brotherhood बोलने वाले,
आचार्य प्रमोद कृष्ण, आचार्य प्रमोद कृष्ण
शहजाद पूनावाला, इंडिया से प्रॉब्लम क्यों है तुमको? I love India, I like India, I am with India, I am proud of India.
Oh, that's
very good. No,
I love India, I am with India. और जीतेगा इंडिया, भारत जीतेगा, इंडिया जीतेगा. और बताओ क्या प्रॉब्लम है? आपको प्रॉब्लम क्या इंडिया से?
भारत माता की जय.
आपको प्रॉब्लम क्या है?
भारत माता की जय, इंडिया माता की जय.
भारत माता की जय.
नहीं, I want to ask.
I love India, I like India.
I'm asking him now. Acharya Pramod Krishnan. Acharya Pramod Krishnan. Acharya Pramod. Acharya Pramod Krishnan. Acharya Pramod. 1 minute. No, don't interrupt me. Acharya Pramod Krishnan, look at me. Look at me. I answer the question.
I love India.
That's all right. You can. I think you should answer. You answer the question. You be quiet. You answer the question. I ask you now. Everybody quiet. Everybody quiet. Shahzad, please. Acharya Pramod Krishnan, where was this Indianness? Where was this Indianness when the Congress party was soft on the Indian Mujahideen? Where was this Indianness when you were soft on the Simi? Where was this Indianness when you were soft on the urban Naxals? Where was this Indianness when you stood with the people who said, Bharat tere tukre honge, Bharat tere tukre honge, inshallah. At that point of time, where was your Indianness? Ab baith gaye abhi. Aapko main pooch raha hu. When P. Chidambaram in 2009, when he was the Home Minister of the country, he said Ishrat Jahan's affidavit should be changed to absolve her of terrorist links to the Lashkar-e-Toiba. Where was your Indianness then? I am asking you, ab chup kyun ho gaye? When 509 people died, Indian Mujahideen killed them. What was your position on the Indian Mujahideen? Acharya Pramod Krishnan, you cannot just rebrand your name to victory. Answer my question. Right here, right now, when Jairam Ramesh questioned the existence of urban Naxals, Jairam Ramesh said, there are no urban Naxals. Where was your Indianness then? You can't say, today I'm India. Today I'm India, मैं भारत बन चुका हूँ. ये word play है. Acharya Pramod Krishnan, as an experienced politician, you should say to me tonight that either you answer my question or you cannot say that you will use the name of my country and be unable to prove on my program that everything that you have done is in national interest. First, you prove to me that everything is in national interest and then I'll take it forward. Prove to me. Your names and your deeds have to be in alignment, Acharya Pramod Krishnan. The nation has witnessed it again and again. Cloaking yourself with the name I.N.D.I.A is not sufficient to answer my question. Acharya Pramod Krishnan, I can't keep giving a long rope to this. आप मुझे बताइए PFI के बारे में. Relax. PFI के I will keep continuing till I get a response from you, because you're not being able to respond. Salman Khurshid said सिमी में पे बैन हटाओ. कहा था कि नहीं सुब्राष्ट्र? सिमी पे बैन हटाओ.
सिमी पर बैन लगाया किसने था?
मैंने बोला सिमी
पे बैन लगाया किसने?
तो हटाने की बात क्यों हुई?
क्या बात करते हैं?
सिमी को बैन आचार्य जी आपको सुब्राष्ट्र का सवाल, सुब्राष्ट्र का सवाल
बैन लगाया सिमी पे?
आचार्य जी, वैसे तो आप राम मंदिर बनाने का भी अपने ही ऊपर क्रेडिट ले सकते हैं कि भाई शुरुआत किसने की थी उस पूरे कॉन्वर्सेशन की. नहीं, एक सेकंड, मैंने बात पूरी नहीं की है. नहीं, मैं बात रख लूं, उसके बाद आप अपनी बात रखिए.
बैन लगाया आरएसएस की पैदाइश है, इनका जन्म नहीं हुआ होगा उस समय जब बीजेपी बनी.
अर्नब, मुझे ये बात बोलने नहीं दी जाएगी क्योंकि स्टमक एक की बात होता है.
कुछ सवाल करते हैं. प्रणब मुखर्जी आरएसएस का हेडक्वार्टर गए. डिवाइडेड इंडिया कहते हैं. आपको इंडिया से प्रॉब्लम क्या है? सबसे बड़ा सबूत ये है. सबसे बड़ा सबूत अर्नब गोस्वामी सबसे बड़ा सबूत है.
बोल लीजिए, फिर मैं सवाल
मोहब्बत है, इन्हें नफरत है.
मैं आपको बताऊं, सवाल आपने पूछा सत्य प्रकाश जी ने सवाल पूछा, सवाल का जवाब मैं दे रहा हूं. Simi was declared illegal in 2002 when Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister of India. That's the answer to your question. That is the answer to your question, sir. Absolutely right.
We were in the government.
So no. So you were with the BJP. So you were with the BJP. You were with the BJP. Say you were with the BJP. But you were with the BJP. 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 आप बोलिए, you were with the BJP.
That we were part of NDA. And that point of time, what was required?
मेरा तो सवाल ही पूरा नहीं होने दिया.
सवाल
RSS have been banned. RSS has been banned 4 times in this nation. Do you have any answer on that?
Subrashtra's question and Vishwajit के बारे में बोलना है. देशभक्ति का नाटक कर रहे हैं. Vishwajit Dev is on the debate. Ladies and gentlemen, Vishwajit Dev of the Trinamool Congress wants to come into the debate. Vishwajit Dev, yes, go on. Vishwajit Dev, Shehzad.
The core issue is Manipur. The core issue is Manipur. And the Prime Minister wants to divert the core issue of Manipur. And that is why he has made this statement.
Breaking.
Prime Minister wants to divert the core issue, Manipur, and that is why he has made this statement describing a political alliance, alliance and leveling the political alliance.
Biggest news story of the day, Pani Rai studio mein.
Biggest question Pulwama 2 days ago. Why questioning the Malda video? What are you talking about? Mamta questioned Pulwama video. She questioned the Pulwama attack. She gave a clean check to Pakistan. She questioned the Malda video.
Yes.
No, because the audience is saying they can't hear me. They are saying they can't hear me. Now, Digvijay Singh said Zakir Naik is ambassador of peace. They said Ishrat Jahan is Beti of India. And they said Lalu and Mulayam batted for peace.
Vishwajit Dev louder.
Kejriwal batted for Batlaus and counter-terrorists.
Vishwajit Dev louder. Vishwajit Dev.
Sonia Gandhi cried for Batlaus and counter-terrorists.
Listen to him.
The government of Manipur has failed. The Prime Minister has failed. The Prime Minister is accountable to the Parliament. Why he is not making a statement inside the House? Why he is so afraid? Tell us. Why he is so afraid? The nation wants to know. The nation has seen that he is an utter failure.
I want to tell you tonight. I want to share with you tonight. I want to share with you tonight a wonderful fact. I have just been informed by our digital streaming team that as of now, we are 600% closer than the other English news channel. Now, my point here being this, Nirmala Sitharaman has tweeted, Abhi, is waqt. She says, those who lectured on using only Hindi now forget Bharat and don't mind I.N.D.I.A. Those who forgot India serving only a dynasty today remember I.N.D.I.A. We have Jai Shankar, foreign minister ne tweet kiya hai. Ironic that those who seek intervention from abroad, so
that's the point.
Foreign minister कहते हैं that those who seek intervention from abroad are believe that using I.N.D.I.A can be a cover.
About India or not?
मैं कहीं मुझे लग रहा है कि सत्य प्रकाश जी ये इट मेक मी उल्टा ऑन यू यू कॉल योरसेल्फ समथिंग
नाम चेंज कर लीजिए, बेहतर है इंडिया नाम चेंज कर लो, नीतीश कुमार को बोल देना, बदल देगा IJB, इंडिया जीतेगा भारत,
Spain by this and India and whatever is Jaishankar and Sitaraman, we are not in the debate between India versus Bharat. India and Bharat is the same thing. We are not into debate on this. It was debate created by RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat once. भारत में रेप होता है, इंडिया में रेप होता है, भारत में नहीं होता. He was not aware of the Phulan Devi where she belonged to. He was not aware of the every portion of India and Bharat. We are not in favor.
Is abrogation of Article 370 pro-India, anti-India?
What we want to say
is abrogation of Article 370 pro-India, anti-India? Is abrogation of 370 pro-India, anti-India? Is it pro-India, anti-India?
Yeah, definitely. Goons. They are goons. Who don't have the manners and culture to debate.
Oh,
if BJP goons are coming to anyone,
one says Mujahideen, you allow it.
Just hold on.
One says goons, you allow it.
I'm not allowing. All goons.
One says Pelo India, you allow it.
But I'm feeling.
I'm just coming to a point.
I'm just feeling
pain from
अरे गुंडों के साथ सरकार में है, जंगल राज की सरकार है. आज सवाल सिर्फ इतना है. The only question today people are asking, what is your position on surgical strike? What is your position on Balakot airstrike? What is your position on 370? What is your position on Simi? What is your position on PFI? What is your position on Bhatla? What is your position on India's?
What a kind of
भाजपा मुसलमान को टिकट नहीं देगी फिर भी.
एक मंत्री नहीं है, सेकुलरिज्म को खत्म कर दिया, एक मिनिस्टर नहीं है केंद्र में.
एक बताइए,
हर राज्य सरकार में यही हालत है.
Is SEMI a patriotic organization? Why was Lalu and Mulayam batting for it? No answer. Lalu and Mulayam batted for SEMI. Is it Indian or is it anti-Indian? Indian or anti-Indian? Batting for SEMI, Indian or anti-Indian? Batting for SEMI, Indian or anti-Indian?
And for what? Joblessness.
I believe Satyaprakash ji. I believe Satyaprakash ji.
In this country. 18 crore job you have not provided by your Sankalp Patra.
Satyaprakash ji, I'll tell you one thing. Priyanka, under the Representation of People's Act, मैं चैलेंज करता हूँ आपको कि आप इलेक्शन कमीशन के पास में जाइए और बोलिए कि हम पॉलिटिकल पार्टी बना रहे हैं जिसका नाम है I.N.D.I.A. आप रजिस्टर नहीं करा पाएंगे. इंडिया इज नॉट. देखिए, see, understand one thing.
भारतीय भी तो हो गया.
Priyanka, let me complete up with.
Indian National Congress भी है मोहतरमा. These people don't have common sense. Indian National Congress. Indian is
आराम से इसको बिठाओ.
Why do you even call people who don't have basic knowledge? Who don't have basic knowledge? Indian is there in Indian National Congress. What is she saying?
By the word India,
I tell you. Satyprakash ji, can I? Satyprakash ji.
Of India, taking the oath of Constitution of India. What kind of?
Go to court if you have a problem. Go to the court. Court चाहिए.
Come on.
I just want to tell you.
Is SEMI pro-India or anti-India? Lalu Prasad Yadav said SEMI पर बैन नहीं लगना चाहिए. Pro-India, anti-India. Is 2611 Indian Sajish? Digvijay.
RSS was banned for hate and violence. Hate and violence. RSS banned.
Because if you had any kind of pain for real India, then
Manipur
will not
so batting for real India.
You have never understood the pain of real India. Otherwise, Manipur would not have been burned. After 78 long days,
so batting for Ishrat Jahan is real India. Batting for Indian Mujahideen.
Can I tell you right now that the aspiring writer on Twitter says, pretty ironic that those who have insulted our country have kept their alliance name. Please let me complete. Pretty ironic that those who have insulted our country have kept their alliance name I.N.D.I.A for petty political reasons. We have Mohit Ram says if we don't stand up right now against pseudos, it will be the end of our freedom. We have Nivedita who says by keeping the name I.N.D.I.A, the opposition thinks that the people of the country are mindless. I.N.D.I.A is not Bharat, says Ravi Krishnamurti. ये जो mindset ये है, Venkata says, you can see their mindset, tukde, they divide the name also I.N.D.I.A. We the people of this country are whatever. Now, point here is this, देखिए, Acharya ji. I'm telling you today and you may realize it after some time. आपको लग रहा होगा कि आई एम सेइंग इट आउट ऑफ अ पॉलिटिकल बायस, व्हाटएवर यू कैन से व्हाटएवर, बट आई विल टेल यू वन थिंग. पहले आप अबू आजमी जी को पूछिए कि 2008 के ब्लास्ट मास्टरमाइंड अबू बशर इनके बारे में अबू आजमी केम आउट इन सपोर्ट एंड ही सेड इनका अरेस्ट एंटी मुस्लिम है. Was that pro-India?
Shame.
Salman Khurshid moved the Supreme Court, said Simi par ban hata dijiye. Was that pro-India?
Shame.
After the, Siddaramaiah dropped all the cases against 175 cases against PFI members when it was known. I'm telling you, after the 1998 Coimbatore blast, सीताराम केसरी उस समय कांग्रेस के प्रेसिडेंट थे, उन्होंने टेररिस्ट ग्रुप्स के बारे में नहीं कहा, उन्होंने बोला आरएसएस ने कराया है. Was that pro-India? You have to understand. हर चीज की सीमा रेखा होती है. मुझे लगता है प्रमोद कृष्णन यूजिंग द कंट्रीज नेम, कंट्री कोई ट्रेडमार्क नहीं है. द कंट्री सुब्राष्ट्रा इज नॉट अ ट्रेडमार्क
और योर फिफ्डम
और दैट यू ओन इट कि मैंने वहां पे पेटेंट करा दी. यू owe an apology to the people of the country. I think you should change the name. कुछ और करिए आप. Is there no other name? Are you so insecure that you can't win with any other name? What?
Oh my God!
क्या सेना के जवानों को पीट रहे हैं? चीन सेना हमारे जवानों को पीट रही है. ये राहुल गांधी ने कहा. चीन के साथ आपका अग्रीमेंट है. ये राहुल गांधी ने साइन किया.
I will give her an opportunity, Subrashta.
जितना साहस करने का ताकत रखता है ना, उससे ज्यादा साहस करने का ताकत व्यापारी रखता है.
Debate was raging in the country.
सेना में एक जवान जितना साहस करने का ताकत रखता है, उससे ज्यादा साहस करने का ताकत
that nation doesn't exist.
That she joined Rahul.
And today, when they have to discuss issues like unemployment and berozgari and all of that, they choose to go back to nationalism. Why do they claim a national identity today? When Rahul Gandhi goes out in London, all different places outside India, USA, to say that we need foreign intervention to change the course of discussions in the country. आज आपको इंडिया की याद क्यों आ रही है?
प्रियंका wants to respond to
Priyanka के लिए तो इंडिया के पासपोर्ट पर एक स्टैम्प
प्रियंका कर प्लीज. सुब्रष्टा
सिन्हा जी said, भाजपा के जयंत सिन्हा जी said महंगाई ढूंढने से भी नहीं मिल रही. 50 घंटा. Don't be scared मुजाहिदीन. Don't be scared मुजाहिदीन. कांग्रेस में की भाजपा में ये पूछिए पहले इनसे. जो सिंपल सुनिए, जयंत सिन्हा ने बड़ी
370 application good or wrong?
शर्म नहीं आती
आपको? Is it good or wrong?
कौन सी पार्टी में हो? आजकल
because Congress says we will repost.
आजकल कौन सी पार्टी में हो? आजकल नाम क्या है? आपका नाम क्या है आजकल?
Please, I'm requesting you.
पार्टी कौन सी है आजकल? पार्टी कौन सी है? कौन सी पार्टी आजकल?
Oh, they're not allowed.
Shehzad, don't do this.
पार्टी कौन सी है?
Shehzad, don't.
पार्टी कौन सी है? पक्का प्रॉमिस इंडिया में आओगे?
Complete your point.
Boss Bartlaus and
Complete your point. Complete your point.
Jayant, were you in Congress at that time or not?
Don't.
Bartlaus encounter. Encounter.
Now, please. Jayant Sinha ji.
Continue. You don't do that. I'm over.
This insecure man, tell him to keep his zip it. Now, Jayant Sinha ji said महंगाई ढूंढने से भी नहीं मिल रही क्योंकि she mentioned about महंगाई पे चर्चा होनी चाहिए. That was BJP stand. The BJP said
you increase VAT in Punjab.
Hold on,
now my last question.
50 घंटे का धरना भाई संजय सिंह जी की महंगाई पे चर्चा हो. नहीं,
I ask you, Mr. Bishwajit Deb, I end with you. Mr. Bishwajit Deb, please, I request you. Devkanta Barua said, Indira is India, India is Indira, and you know what happened. You know what happened. You know what happened. You people have been congressmen in the past. You should tell them to change.
Why is the...
Please.
No, you tell...
Mr. Dev.
You allow me. You please allow me. Why is the Prime Minister and his team so afraid about this particular name? Why is the Prime Minister and his team so afraid of this particular name? And now he's trying to divert the entire issue of Manipur and raise this issue and just label a political alliance as with the terrorists. This is highly condemnable.
Okay, I think I'll have to debate this again tomorrow.
Prime Minister of
Is Malda fake? Is Malda fake?
This is happening.
Is Pulwama fake? Mamta Didi said Malda.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, completely short of time. I shall be coming back to this, and I promise you I shall debate this tomorrow. As of now, the hottest subject, and on the other side, the government has agreed to a long-form debate in the parliament on the issue of Manipur. I say let's have it. Let's have it out there. Let's have it on the floor of the House. See you in a few minutes.
Do you
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
North Korea has fired 2 short-range ballistic missiles into the sea off its east coast. Japan's PM's office launched an emergency alert. Japan's Coast Guard has requested vessels in affected areas to watch out for falling debris from the launch. However, there are no reports of any damage so far. This is North Korea's 3rd round of launches since last week. North Korea fired the missiles from an area near its capital, Pyongyang. South Korea has also confirmed the launch of missiles by North Korea. Both missiles traveled about 400 kilometers before landing in waters off the Korean peninsula's eastern coast. The South Korean Joint Chiefs of Staff has condemned North Korea's missile launches. The launch came after US Navy's nuclear-powered submarine USS Annapolis arrived at a port in South Korea. The US submarine arrival in South Korea shows the firm partnership between the US and South Korea. This submarine is a US strategic asset in the region to intimidate the North Korea. Last week also, US Navy's another submarine, USS Kentucky, made a port call in South Korea. North Korea had also reacted that time by firing ballistic and cruise missile. North Korea's action has always provoked tensions in the region. Agency report for Republic TV.
The Justice Department on Monday sued Texas Governor Greg Abbott over newly installed floating barrier on the Rio Grande. That is the Republicans' latest aggressive tactic to try stopping migrants from crossing to the U.S. from Mexico. A woman detained in a patrol car suffered extensive brain injuries after the cop car she was held in was hit by a freight train. The victim has sued the Colorado Police Department for her treatment expenses. Elon Musk has unveiled a new X logo to replace Twitter's famous blue bird as he follows through with a major rebranding of the social media platform he bought for $44 billion last year. And the Royal Canadian Mounted Police said on Monday they had found the body of a missing man and the remains of a second person swept away in severe flooding that hit Nova Scotia over the weekend. Israeli police tried to clear the main Tel Aviv highway on Monday as thousands of protesters